Will meat bail is the question for this bantamweight banger. We got Dominick Cruz taking on Pedro Munhoz in this co-main event of the prelims, and should be a pretty interesting contest with Dominick Cruz. He is fresh off a nice win in March. It was a split decision over Casey Kenny. A judge saw that contest for Casey, but I picked Casey in that one, but thought it was pretty clear that Dominic should have won that fight unanimous. And it was good to see him come back because, before that, there was a decent layoff. We had seen his reign of sorts just really get absolutely ended quickly by Henry Cejudo in that fight after the Cody Garbrandt dismantling. And it was interesting to see him respond against Casey Kenny in the Tucson battle in that one. And Pedro Munhoz, meanwhile, is a guy coming in off a loss to Jose Aldo, who we see just on an absolute tear right now. And before that, picked up a win against Jimmy Rivera. And he lost that split decision to Frankie Edgar, but many people thought that he won that fight. The judges just giving it to Frankie in that contest, but many people saw that one for Munoz. So, what are your thoughts on this scrap? Do you think that Cruz is going to have enough to take out the young Punisher, or is Pedro Munoz going to turn that corner, get a statement win, and dominate the Dominator?
Yeah, this is such a fun fight. Pretty crazy how stacked this card is. I mean, it's pretty ironic. We have Cruz, Cody Garbrandt, and Sugar Sean on the same card, and sad to say that Sugar Sean is above them in the main event. But with that being said, I think this is such a close fight. It's really hard to pick. I'm actually surprised at Tapology, 28% going Munoz. Like, I think it should be at 50-50. I think Pedro actually has the power in this one. He is a Punisher for a reason, and that's where I'm kind of worried for Cruz. If he gets clipped heavy, that could be his lights out. But I think, with Cruz, with that win that he just had, I don't know. I just don't see him ever losing again. I think he's the bantamweight GOAT for a reason, and he's going to make a run just like Aldo's making a run, and he's going to put everyone's money where they should be in the Meat Boy, or at least Meat's pocket, because you know who I'm picking. I'm picking the Dominator. You can't punish a Dominator when he's already dominating. So with that being said, I got a Dominator via decision, dominant footwork fashion.
Very interesting, and you bring up great points. I do wonder if a dominator could punish a punisher who's punishing those. So it does go both ways, and 72% is rolling with you and Dominic Cruz. They think that it's most likely that he wins a decision. Most of it is beige. They don't even see there's a slight sliver for KO and submission, but the decision is the best pathway. 28% is rolling with the young Punisher. Slight sliver is brown. It's probably 7%, and they think the KO TKO might get it done. I think that that does have life. I mean, he demonstrated that supreme power against Cody Garbrandt, and we saw Cejudo get that finish over Dominic Cruz. I don't know if it's early in the fight and Pedro clips him with something clean. I could see it being one of those flash knockdowns, maybe early TKO victories for Young Punisher. I don't think that's too crazy to deduce, but nonetheless, I'm gonna be rolling with Pedro Munoz in this one. You knew I had to roll with the young Punisher. I liked what I saw from Dominic Cruz. I thought he looked good in that comeback fight against Casey Kenny, but I don't know. I haven't seen Munoz really take a step back yet because even in those fights that he's losing, he's very competitive. He's having his moments, and overall, I just think that at this point in their careers, the young Punisher is going to be slightly better than the Dominator, and I like him to get him done in this one. So, any last thoughts on this one? I knew you wouldn't bail. I knew you'd stick with the Dominator.
What's funny is actually I did bail because I was thinking the Punisher, but then I remembered, Dominic is on a one fight win streak. Once he starts, the Dominator cannot stop. But yeah, boys, make sure to smash that mean, subscribe, throw in the comments who you guys got, Dominator or the Young Punisher. We respond to all comments, and check out our other videos in the Meat Lock